Hey, what is up, everybody? CJ Hawkins here. Welcome to Monday Night Retro Gaming, and tonight I'm playing WWF Royal Rumble on the Super Nintendo. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you guys haven't today, make sure to tap the subscribe button and tap the bell button for all notifications whenever I do a live stream, a video game, or live reactions. So with that being said, let's get right to the game. So, this week and next week, I will play the Royal Rumble match on both the Super Nintendo this week. Next week, I will play the Genesis version of WWF Royal Rumble. I'm not leaving Royal Rumble for Genesis all alone. I haven't forgotten about that version. But tonight, we're going to look at the Royal Rumble match. Maybe we'll play Championship mode. How does that sound? But first, let's do the Royal Rumble match. I'm not going to pick Crush. Alright. A really good roster, too. I mean, the Super Nintendo version is different than the Genesis. I mean, you still have Randy Savage. Mr. Perfect was on Super Nintendo only. The Undertaker, both versions. Bret Hart, both versions. Tatanka, SNES only. Crush, both versions. Ric Flair, Super Nintendo only. He went back to WCW that time. Shawn Michaels, both versions. Razor Ramon, both versions. Yokozuna, Super Nintendo only. But he was the WWF champion in '93. When the Genesis version came out, Yokozuna was not on Sega Genesis. Whatever. The Narcissist, Lex Luger, a gimmick that lasted 6 months. Not a bad gimmick at all, either. In my personal opinion. Ted DiBiase, SNES. But I'm gonna pick... I guess I'll pick Ric Flair. Yeah, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Charlotte Flair. Hate Charlotte Flair. Woo! Ric Flair. Hopefully my wife doesn't hear me. Because she does not like the woo! It's a long story. Come on, Nate. Come on. Can't do it without Flair. Oh, there's Crush. And remember, Savage, Elizabeth was his before she was yours. Woo! Luger's out. His 4 horseman buddy's gone. So at the commentary desk, not Gorilla Monsoon. It was Vince McMahon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. I wish Gorilla Monsoon was in this game. It was Vince McMahon. There we go. And this is the first time ever, at that time, no Hulk Hogan in this game. He was later on Sega Genesis. It was hard to believe back then. I mean, he was on Super WrestleMania at that time on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I mean, people can say what they want to say about the graphics being boring or whatever. But at that time, it was all we had. It was that or nothing. Unless if you were lucky enough to have the Super Famicom play Super Fire Pro. I clotheslined both Yokozuna and The Undertaker. Want to put Bret Hart into the figure 4. Hitman, you almost killed the business. You and Owen Hart both killed the wrestling business. Woo! And you did too, Yokozuna. Can't do my Ric Flair impersonation. Like, I could do Macho Man's easily, but... Oh, Cranium Crusher on Brett. Get out of here. Woo! Oh, man. Never gets old. It never gets old. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Flair's still the man. Not Becky Lynch, the man. Not Charlotte Flair, the man. Ric Flair, the man. Now, Flair's gonna take DiBiase to wrestling school. Woo! Uh-oh. Not looking good. Oh, Ted DiBiase did a drop kick. Razor's Edge on Tatanka. Come on, man. Tap out. Woo! Come on, big man. Razor's trunks look like cheese crackers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even joking either. Uh-oh. I feel like the Super Nintendo version had a stronger roster back then. That's just my opinion. The Genesis version, yeah, you had Hulk Hogan and Hacksaw and Duggan and IRS and Papa Shango. But Rick the Model Martel, you couldn't even put Bam Bam Bigelow in there? Or not even Yoko? Ric Flair wins the Royal Rumble again. Now we play championship mode. Tournament, they call it. But it's endurance matches. I'm gonna be the nature boy. Alright, Ted DiBiase. Now I'm gonna take you to school. Give you the wrestling lesson of a lifetime, pal. Woo! Alright, Ted. Class is in session. See Vince McMahon and Bobby Heenan on commentary. Oh, God bless Bobby Heenan. I miss him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, DiBiase's coming back. Probably you wants to take Ric Flair to school. Uh-oh. There we go. Stomping away. Atomic drop. DiBiase quits. I'm going to put all 11 guys into the figure 4 leg lock before I pin them. I wish in this version and the Genesis version there were submissions in this game. To this very day, I understand why Flair was not on Genesis. Because he was back in WCW. By the time Ric Flair went back to WCW, Flair was already in the Super Nintendo version. It was understandable why he wasn't on Sega. But Hogan wasn't wrestling until, like, what? WrestleMania 9 and some few matches here and there, and then drops the belt to Yokozuna for the belt at King of the Ring. Ric Flair beat 29 guys in a Royal Rumble, and he beat Macho Man on an episode of Primetime Wrestling. And Flair loses the belt a month later to Bret Hart in a match that did not make air. Like, are you kidding me? Does that make any sense to you guys? I wonder why, to this day, Vince never aired the match between Bret Hart and Ric Flair. It was just left as a Coliseum video exclusive. I never understood this to this day. Like, maybe Vince kinda had faith in Bret, but maybe he didn't. I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
And Flair wins. Style and profiling. Squash the Macho Man. Alright, who's next? The Undertaker. You're next, dead man. Woo! They collided on a Coliseum video exclusive. It was under Undertaker His Gravest Matches, the VHS version. Good match, too. I would say that, you know, I'm glad The Undertaker has finally retired, but there's always that but. What if he comes back for some sweet Saudi blood money? If the Saudi prince wants The Undertaker. Just saying, once things get back to normal in this global pandemic. Just wish things get back to normal. Alright, Undertaker, you're next to feel the figure 4 leg lock. Woo!
1, 2, 3.
He's style and profiling. Alright, next victim, Crush. Uh-oh, Flair ain't looking so good. There we go. Oh, misses the elbow. Oh, you're not gonna beat Ric Flair. Are you kidding me, Crush? Uh-oh. Brother! Take it, brother! I'm gonna crush Ric Flair like a watermelon! Brother! I don't know. There's something about Crush that I didn't really care about. I don't know. Like, he was okay. He wasn't my favorite wrestler. I thought the gimmick was good, but I don't know. I think his heel looks and his heel gimmick back in 93, 94 were very impressive. But his wrestling skills sucked. Just not a fan. I don't know. Was not really a big fan of his face run. Oh, Crush, what's the matter? You don't want to get figure forward by Ric Flair? Come on. Come on, pal. Atomic drop. Oh, come on. Come on, Crush. Woo!
One, two, three.
One of those yellow shirts with that kid. It's supposed to be Hulk Hogan shirts, even though Hogan's not in Super Nintendo. Ah, Yokozuna. Oh yeah, like that's gonna ever happen in real life. You think Yokozuna would have ever taken that from Ric Flair? Come on. Oh, the referee goes down. Referee's knocked out. There we go. Come on. Come on. Yokozuna's done. Made him look like a chump. Woo! One, two, three. All right, next opponent. Who's next? Mr. Perfect. Haha. Their rematch from Monday Night Raw in World War III. Yeah, don't forget to watch that one from World War III. It was really good. Bet you guys didn't know that if you were a WWF fan only, and only Flair and Mr. Perfect collided on Monday Night Raw. Episode 3. Like, that was an incredible match. I thought their match at World War III was pretty good, too. It was for the United States Championship as well. Uh-oh, it's getting hard. Come on, Perfect. Yeah, that win was a fluke on Monday Night Raw. Was not fair to Flair. Yeah. Woo! How you like that, Perfect?
One, two,
Nope. Let's try it again. 2 times. He's done.
1, 2, 3.
And Flair wins again. Here comes Howard Finkel, congratulating the winner. Oh, Bret Hart, the Hitman. And by the way, Bret Hart didn't almost kill the wrestling business. I don't know. Like, maybe he wasn't a ratings draw. I don't know. Like, maybe Vince did have some faith in Bret, but maybe he didn't really go all the way with Bret. Like, I know he was trying to make Lex Luger the next Hulk Hogan, and that failed in '94. Yeah, that was an epic failure. I mean, they gave Diesel a 1-year title run, but at that time he was a really bad draw, and then they gave the belt back to Bret. Then they tried Shawn Michaels, and, you know, yeah, he was drawing some money, but, you know, WCW was killing the WWF, and then they have him drop the belt to Sid.
1, 2, 3.
And Flair beats Bret. Yeah, that win against Flair was a frickin' fluke in Saskatoon. According to Flair. Woo! Tatanka. Those two had a historic match. You know, Ric Flair and Tatanka had a match against each other. It was on Grudges, Grapes, and Grunts Coliseum video exclusive. I'm surprised that home video has not been released on the WWE Network. Grudges, Grips, and Grunts. Come on, come on, come on! There's a bunch of Coliseum videos that have not been released on the WWE Network. I don't know, it's just maybe WWE's getting very lazy these days with their Coliseum video exclusives and other old school shows. They got really lazy. Like, if something new comes on, they'll upload like 6 or 8 episodes from different years. It's very lazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Enough talking. Alright, I need another strategy. It's getting a lot harder. Come on, come on. There we go. And the figure 4. No? Goodbye, Tatanka. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. 1, 2, 3. It's almost like running the gauntlet. It's not really a tournament, it's just a gauntlet. Shawn Michaels, yeah. The man that would later on end Ric Flair's career, LOL. I'm going to Impact Wrestling, and I'm going to wrestle. Woo! Leave the memories alone. I'm going to go to TNA. Remember that shit? Come on. There we go. Ric Flair has taken Shawn Michaels to school, giving him the wrestling lesson of a lifetime. Something that Marty Jannetty can never do, according to Shawn Michaels, which is true. Marty Jannetty never wrestled Ric Flair. Shawn Michaels was right. Marty Jannetty never wrestled Shawn Michaels. I mean, Ric Flair. Marty Jannetty never wrestled Ric Flair. Which is true. We got Razor Ramon next. So who's the last guy? Lex Luger. The narcissist. Fellow Four Horsemen member, Lex Luger. Come on, come on, come on! There we go. Figure 4. By the Nature Boy. Razor Ramon is done. He's done. Ric Flair, in the final round, battles the narcissist Lex Luger. Like old times, Ric Flair is going to beat Lex Luger. Come on, Luger. Just like old times. Total package. Made in the USA. Doesn't even look like Lex Luger. Is it just me? It doesn't even look like Lex Luger. I don't know. It's just, it looks weird. But I don't know about the Monday Night Raw game. Uh-oh. Not looking good. No wonder why Ric Flair didn't want to put you over at the Great American Bash 91. But Jim Herd fired Ric Flair. 1, 2, okay. 3. Ric Flair is the new World Wrestling Federation champion. Woo! For the 3rd time, pal. Read all about it. WWF Magazine exclusive. The new World Wrestling Federation champion. The real world's champion. Ric Flair. Look at that. I'm going to do the exact same thing on Sega Genesis next week. I'll play a Royal Rumble match and I'll select somebody to win the WWF Championship. I wonder who it could be. Not Crush. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and favorite. I am CJ Hawkins, and this has been Monday Night Retro Gaming, and I'm out of here. See ya.